Welcome to Meera course. In a previous video, we learned about the int data type, which is the most commonly used integer type in Java. Today we will learn about the long data type, which is used to store the very large whole numbers. The long data type is a primitive data type in the Java. Like a byte, short, and an int, it stores the whole numbers. The main difference is that it occupies the 8 bytes of memory, so that is equal to 64 bits. Because it has a more memory, it can store much larger values than the int. Comparing the byte, short, int, and long, byte uses the 1 byte of memory, short uses the 2 bytes of memory, and int uses the 4 bytes, and long uses the 8 bytes of memory, that is 64 bits, to store the values. Total combinations. So we know the formula to find out the number of values, that is 2 raised to n, where n is the number of bits. That is, in our case, it's 64 bits because long uses the 8 bytes of memory, that is 64 bits. So 2 raised to 64. So this is the value, like total combinations that we can have in the long data type. So we use the same range formula that we learned for the byte, short, and the int. Here the difference is n value will be 64 because long has a 64 bits. Yeah, minimum range is minus 2 raised to 63 and the maximum range is 2 raised to 63 minus 1. So this is the range of the long. So let us understand with the example. So example number 1, if Java wants to treat a value as a long, we should add a suffix L in the value. Okay. See, for example, here in example number 1, I have not added the suffix L. Okay. See, no suffix L is present. So Java checks, like, can I treat this value as an int? Okay. Then it checks or it compares the range of the int data type. So if the value falls within the range of the int data type, then it will consider this as an int type. Okay, then it checks the declared value. So the declared value is what? Sorry, declared variable is what? Num1, which is of long data type. So it internally converts from int to the long. As we have declared the data type as a long, so this value internally it will be converted to the long. So you know this steps, like how it internally converts. So first it will check the value. First it will check the suffix L is present or not. If not, then it checks whether it can treat it as a int or not. So it compares the range of the int. If it falls within the range, then internally it will convert from int to the long. Here example number 2. In this case, in the value I have added the suffix L. Now Java checks whether this value fits in a long. So is it within the range? Yes. Then Java directly stores this value. So example number 3, the same value I have taken and I have removed the suffix L. Here Java tries to treat it as an int, and when it compares the range of an int, so this falls out of range. Okay, this value is greater than the range of the int. So it gives the compile time error saying that integer number too long. So this cannot be compiled. So how to solve this issue? I can add a suffix L here. Then it considers as a long value. When to use the long? Like whenever if we want to store a very large whole numbers and a population of, for example, like a population of a world, bank transaction IDs, time in milliseconds, and file sizes, then we can use a long data type. Today we learned about the long data type, its memory size, total combinations, range, and why we use the L suffix. In the next video, we will move from integer data types to the decimal numbers by learning the float data type. Thank you for watching.